fun guy or serious guy? That's a real tough question. I'd have to say he's quite a bit of both.
Steve, you can wipe the tears from your eyes right now. I really do miss working with you, Steve. Just Steve Carrier, he's running around with his hair on fire, very involved with direct work. As the entrepreneur Steve, the tycoon Steve, he could really see a vision for this, and Steve has a vision. He is very driven in making sure that that vision is realized and the benefits are realized. So it used to just drive him nuts when bad decisions were made or when the agencies were not being given the proper support or they were being seemingly ignored.
I go to Steve for all of my information regarding correspondence re-engineering.
And any agent-facing technology or applications.
Right. He's just got a great insight into the entire Allstate environment.
Same beard and glasses, the same Steve. He hasn't changed over the years.
Decision when they were out hunting?
Yeah, he said some decision. He said they had to write down something about a font, and they took some paper, I don't know, which was on the ground in the forest, and then wrote something and took that, okay, this is the font that we are going to use or something like that.
I was a junior in high school. That would be high school. I got my driver's license, so that was, come to think of it, I've been driving for maybe 30 years. So Steve's been working for 30 years. When I asked, hey, do you know Steve? Beyond them just going, oh, that guy. Steve's a landlord. The mogul, Steve Carrier. So he's got the business on the side, he's got the properties on the side, he's of exactly what the tenant he wants to rent his houses or apartments. He had it down to a science where he wanted a single guy who knew kind of how to do stuff with his hands, that was not willing to call the landlord to fix a simple plumbing issue, that the guy would go do it himself. Finding the right tenant, I just wish that he'd apply that kind of detail to his job.
Remember when you first met him?
Yeah, I remember when I first met him, when he first came in the door, my first thought was, wow, that man is really hairy.
Oh, yeah, I had the same thought, but I thought he was like the beekeeper, but it was like a payment distribution program, so it can't be, right? And then it turned out he wasn't a beekeeper. He did other things, like hunt.
Fasha was really excited because he told her that he had a boat, and it's always, it's always nice when you make friends with someone who has a boat. So we were actually going to do
outing. It was an outing.
A BA outing, and we were hoping that we could actually ask our friend who has the boat, which would be Steve Carrier, and then Steve sent us a picture of his boat.
Yeah, it's like a duck hunting boat. It's got straws and dirty things on the bottom, and I was like, there's no way.
I'm telling you, I'm still waiting for the deer meat that Steve has promised me since the past 4 years, every winter. So time's ticking, Steve.
Enjoys a drink or two on the side outside of work. They were in a bar somewhere, I'm sure up near Canada, because Steve lives like in McHenry, might as well be in Canada. And they had a late night at this bar. And the person with the establishment basically closed the bar and kicked them all out. And they weren't too happy that they were being kicked out. So on the way out of the bar, they had a pickup truck with chainsaws in back. And as they were driving down the parking lot driveway of the bar, they decided to cut down a few of the trees in protest of being... He's definitely from Texas. I have learned a lot from him. On the business side, he has some relations that are in the agency community, and Steve really cares about our company. He cares about selling. He cares about being innovative and doing things differently. And I've always loved working with him, not just because he's a fun person, but he's never lacking ideas on how we can do different so we can sell and support our agent and our customers as well. And what's not to like about that?
He helped out with the image and workflow initiative, working on LMO, which I'm sure is a great feather in his cap. Hunting season, which towards the end of the year, he was always able to grow a full beard to be able to prepare him for the outdoors.
Well, if I have to pick something that cracks me up every single time, is if I counted how many times he brought up LMO as we were working on Access Allstate or App Online or now on integrated point of sale, I'd be a millionaire. 1 penny every time he brings up Alamo, I'd be a millionaire.
When you work with Steve, you get the best of both worlds. He's super humorous and super intelligent.
You just have a sense about you where you keep everything into perspective and you make sure that no one panics over things that they shouldn't be panicking over, and you just bring a logical perspective and you make it easy to work with you.
It's like a walking and talking Google.
Bachelor party, which was a lot of fun. We collaborated, we done production support together.
When I have a question about ES and EFSs, their relationships and all those how things works, he's the go-to guy for me.
What? Oh, just a second, Curtis. I gotta erase this. Sorry. And oh, good night, sir. He was really for Ron Paul, and we had many interesting conversations about some of his doctrines and some of his kind of beliefs. But again, I think these are one of the things that I think Steve and I think alike about. But yeah, it's all about Ron Paul. I love Ron Paul.
Great. There's more. So if you need any tips on plumbing,
Or if you want to need some tools to repair your car's brakes,
or if you need any construction tips,
right? Or if property management is a question you have, go to Steve.
and about hunting advices.
So in summary, Steve is just a wealth of knowledge and information, and he's been a great person to work with.
Hi, Steve. Happy 30th anniversary here at Allstate. I've been avoiding you for 30 years, but I'm always right behind you, supporting you in every single way. Bye-bye.